Historians have thrown doubt on the ancient Egyptians ever having built the Great Pyramids of Giza.
Homeric origins.
Historians have thrown doubt on the ancient Egyptians ever having built the Great Pyramids of Giza, instead claiming the monuments could have been built by a lost civilization. The authors of a forthcoming book investigating the only remaining wonders of the ancient world throw doubt on conventional thinking that it was the ancient Egyptians that built the pyramids at Giza around 2500 BC. Instead, Jerry Cannon and Malcolm Houghton claim that the sphinx in front of the pyramids must have been carved out of natural rock and long before any sand covered the area. This will mean that at one time, long ago, the area must have been fertile. Mr. Cannon told Express.co.uk the sphinx was probably carved when there was no sand in the area. He posited that you cannot carve a rock when it is on the sand. He said, when it was not on the sand was about 12,000 years ago and the Egyptians were not there. This will mean, according to the pair's research, the pyramids and sphinxes were built at least 12,500 years ago, which could have been before the start of the Ice Age. Conventional thinking about when the pyramids of Giza were built dates the construction to between 2560 to 2550 BC, a difference of around 10,000 years. The significant time difference would mean that the artifacts were not built by the ancient Egyptians, according to Mr. Cannon. Mr. Cannon, although not completely convinced, believed that it could have been by the hands of the people of the advanced civilization of Atlantis that was ultimately consumed by flooding. He said, the theories are, and I can believe them, that there was some advanced civilization, and I cannot say they are 100% right, that came to this planet tens of thousands of years ago. I have done some research and there is a direct line from the pyramids to a submerged continent with a seamount, and on the seamount there are two pinnacles that looks like pyramids. It is possible, but I don't mean 100% that it is Atlantis. When Atlantis sunk, they went to another place, probably Egypt, and they had the technology to build those pyramids. There is no one else that could have done it because we don't have the technology. Nobody knows who 12,000 years ago was there. The three smaller pyramids at Giza probably were built by the ancient Egyptians because they could be built by man, but it is impossible that the three bigger ones were, simply from their size. They have got 2,250,000 blocks in them, and each block weighs about 250 tons. We couldn't even move it with all the equipment we have today. So it had to have been done by a civilization that was more advanced than any of us. Did the people from the lost civilization of Atlantis build the pyramids at Giza? The Egyptians couldn't have done it because they did not have the tools and the technology. However, the words of Mr. Cannon and others who have raised doubts regarding the Egyptians building the pyramids have been met with a brick wall by the Egyptian authorities, who maintain that the ancient Egyptians built those monuments. Mr. Cannon said the Egyptians have their blinkers on and they won't even look at anything else because all their work, all their books, all their history will be thrown out of the window, and they are all against anyone that says anything different. There have been big problems. The Egyptians are adamant they built the Sphinx. Do you have any further idea or any information different from this, or a confirmation of this postulation? Kindly drop it in comment section. Like and share this video with your friends and family if you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe and enable all notifications on this channel so that you will not miss any further update. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.
Homeric origins.